And welcome. Let me make sure that you can hear me and that I can hear me, and we'll all be good. And then I'll say hello to everyone. So just momentarily, please give me a moment. All right, I want to welcome everybody to our Friday night show. Um, Tonight is Friday, June 11th, 2025. And this show was intended to be a Friday night fights round 10. And unfortunately, I was just made aware of some news this evening. So we're going to change things up, and I'm going to be covering something more important than YouTube drama. And we're going to be talking about that momentarily. Um, but I want to thank everyone who finds themselves here tonight. And if you're on the replay, I want to thank you for being on the replay. And in any way you come across this, I want to thank you for being here. And so that especially goes for our regular viewers who are always here, who are live, always catch us live, and just always so involved and participating with us. And I really thank you for all of that. And I've gotten some amazing emails and that sort of thing. And I intended to have a big old show tonight with a bunch of stuff, and it just there's no way I can make it happen. Okay, but we will be doing some things and talking about some important things. And I'm gonna start though with saying hello to everyone. And that's what it is. Okay. So first of all, let me come in and say hello to everyone who was here super early, and I appreciate their earliness. Um, Let me go on in and see who's here. All right, Mr. Don S was first one here tonight. Don S, what's up, Don S? All right, also K Blakesley, or Blakesley K, Old Mort New Mort, Mandy Gillian, Marie Kelly, Deb, Mark Ellis, Sweet Dude Shibby, Gretchen, Don S, I've said already, Fur Baby Daddy, Brenda Mays, Amy, Mino Dino, Samantha Springman, Heather Brown Hebby, Deb, Mandy, uh, Fur Baby Daddy, I think I've said. Um, Carol's here. Welcome, Carol. Nicole Watt. Welcome, Nicole. Heather Brown. I said hello. Kate Yu. Omort Newmort. We miss you. Um, Mino Dino. Heather Brown. Let's see. Samantha. Carol. You guys were chatting it up. Kate Yu. Nobody Nothing. 1717. All right. We got Dieter. Hey, Dieter. Ninja, Warrior, Assassin. Hello to you. Happy and good Friday night to everyone. All right. Also, Icy Cat's here. Welcome, Icy Cat. All right. Also, special hello to who's that there? Digital. All right. Hello to Digital. Hello to Barbara Borman, Nicole Watt, Snoop Sleuth. Welcome. Digital, welcome. Nobody, nothing, welcome. Okay. Who else we got here? Amy says, please hit the like. Please do hit the like, everybody. Appreciate you all. All right. All right. Granny D's in the house. Welcome, Granny D. Air with an Axe. Welcome to you. Okay. Also, who else is in here? Gail is here. Welcome, Gail. Okay, welcome Heather and Gail and Icy Cat, Blakesley, David Rogers. Hello to you. Okay, artist formerly known. Welcome to you. Cherry Pops. Good morning to you. Pie Crust. What's up with you? Kay. Hello to you. Okay. Sorry, I get all itchy. I had to cut the grass today. Got a little itchy sinuses. All right. Muty Silence. Hello, Muty. Okay. Gail, Snoop Sleuth, Icy Cat, Miss Pie Crust, Nicole Watt, Ninja Warrior with the $20 super chat. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Ninja Warrior says, keep the good work, Prof. Thank you, Ninja. Appreciate that. Okay. What's up, Digital? Pie Crust. Carla Ann, what's up to you? All right. Thank you, Ninja, for the generosity. Where's Suede? Someone says, hi, Suede. I don't see Suede. Oh, there's Suede. What's up, Suede Smith? All right. Snoop Sleuth, Dino, did you have a wreck? I tried to scroll up and read it, but it was missing comments. Okay. Amy, what's up, Amy? Hello to you. Okay. All right. Good to see everybody. Mark Ellis with the $200 super chat, $200 holler. Keep up the good work. Keep doing a good job, Prof. And say hi to little Prof. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mark. Thank you so much. Let's see. Aaron Town. Hello, fans. I'm back again. Hello, Aaron Town. Thank you for the generosity, Mark. What's up, Goose's Gammy? What's up, Aaron Town? All right. Thank you so much, Mark. All right. Artist formerly known says hello, Aaron Town. Fur Baby Daddy says sounds good. All right. Thank you, Mark, for the generosity, says Kate U. All right. Thank you so much, Ninja, says Amy. Thank you, Mark, says artist. What's up, Dirty Diana, Kate U, and Goosey's Gammy? Goose's Gammy says digital. Thank you, Dino. Sue Soul Sister. What's up, Sue Soul Sister? What's up, JoJo? Miss you. Where you been? Not feeling good? Hope everyone is well. We hope you're well, JoJo. We miss you too. What's up, Amy G? Amy G, where's Amy? All right, Amy. Amy, I sent you something. All right, send me an email too, Amy. All right, what's up, Mark? Thank you so much for your amazing support of this channel. Okay, took a wrong turn, ended up here. All right. We hope you feel better soon, JoJo. Sue says, hello, everyone. Diana says hello to everybody. What's up, Diana? At least we're all in good company. What's up, Blakesley K for the $4.99 super sticker? Thank you, Blakesley K. Digital Marie. I didn't see you. Where's Marie? I've missed Marie as well. Apparently, I missed Marie, but hopefully, I'll see Marie. Brown Eyed Girl, hello to you. All right. Digital Sweet Dude. Goose's Gammy. Blakesley, thank you for the generosity. Why didn't Blakesley super chat register on the little goal? I never understand that. Okay. All right. Beautiful Diana says hi, nobody, Ninja, and Nicole. Snoop is gonna be snooping. Okay. What's up, Air with an X? We'll talk soon. What's up, Amy G, Mandy? Okay. Tammy Martin, hello to you. Carla Ann, don't be stuck in top chat. Thanks everybody for being here. Please don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. What's up, Dennis McKean? Okay, it's good to catch you on the live, Miss Barbara. Thank you very much. All right. Hi, say what? Welcome to you. What's up, Bill Fox? Rushville here. Welcome from Rushville, Bill Fox. All right. Gretchen, Nicole Watt. Okay. All right, y'all. I think I've caught everyone. Court of Public Opinion says back in the house. What's up? What's up? What's going on, David Rogers? Could that be a prof? Brown Eyed Girl said, just hope I don't miss anyone. Okay. All right. What's up, Noe? What's up, Noe? I'm still looking for the Doug Carter interview we were talking about. Definitely remember. Wonder if it's been scrubbed. Yeah, I've never seen that. I've heard multiple people quote it, but I'm not sure it's correct. But if you find it, please send it to me. Bill Fox, whatever happened to furthering Elvis after his I Can Explain statement? Hey, what's up, Heavy Metal Rehab coming in? What's up? Finishing up in the shower, then we'll be ready to chat. HMR, it's a new day. Hello to you. Okay, what's up? Really? Is that true? I didn't know that, Amy. Wanda says, yay, another live caught of the best show on YouTube. High Prof and everybody. Thank you, Wanda. That's very nice of you. What's up? It's a new day. All right, guys. So listen, I don't know how much more. Let's see. Wanda has a super chat, a super sticker. Thank you very much. I guess you got to hit the little goal icon, according to Amy. You got to hit the goal icon to send me a goal. It's super chat towards your goal. But thank you for the support, y'all. Listen, we have bad news. Okay, we have bad news tonight, guys. It's it incredibly saddens me today to share with you all some news that I just found out, and that is that we have lost one of the props crew, one of the viewers of the channel, one of the amazing, most beautiful, and compassionate souls who's touched this channel. Um, she passed away recently, and without our knowledge, see, we've been having some concern. I've been having some concern about one of my favorites, and I have a text here, and this text here is from it's about 2 weeks ago. Okay, and she says. She says, "Hey, hun, how are things going for you? I just wanted to shoot you a text telling you I hope you get to feeling better soon. Notice you may not be feeling, no, notice you may be feeling under on the video you posted a little bit ago. I just started it about 6 minutes ago." And anyway, that's our beautiful Cosmo. Okay. So I don't know how many of you will remember Cosmo, but she's come and appeared on the panel several times. And I got to know her that way. I got to emailing her, and I got to talking on the phone with her. Samantha. Okay. And so I want to share with you a little about Samantha. Samantha was only 32 years old, very beautiful girl, both inside and out. You may know her as Cosmo or Sammy. Um, Sammy was going through some hardships. Diana and I had actually tried to put together a little fundraiser for Samantha because she was going through some hardships. And unfortunately, the hardships that Samantha was going through were so difficult that it was hard to even hear from Samantha. Okay, so we always had a hard time with Samantha because she was going through some problems, and we were having trouble communicating with her. But in the past several months, we were doing our best to try to lift her up, and in the midst of her difficulty. And remember, Samantha has a young infant, just only months old, named Eddie. Okay, so Samantha Miners, 32, of Roselawn, passed away unexpectedly on June 25th, 2025, in Hammond, Indiana. Born on July 31st, 1992, in Crown Point, she was the daughter of Billy Harper and the late Amy Miners. Samantha attended Rossville High School and had lived in Crown Point, Roseville, Rosslawn. I'm sorry, I messed that up. Crown Point, Roselawn, Rossville, and Hammond throughout her life. She was employed at Burger King and had a passion for music, coloring, drawing, and camping. Samantha is survived by her children, Sophia, Mason, Christopher, Ryan, Ray, Leah, Ivita, and Edward. She is also survived by her siblings, Kayla, Elizabeth, Brittany, Allie, Dylan, Michael, Cody, Tessa, Marissa, and Kylie. Her father, Billy Harper, and her other parents, Corey and Amanda Nicholas. Her grandfather, Steve Nicholas, David Ward, and David Gottschalk, along with numerous aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, and nephews, also cherish her memory. Samantha is preceded in death by her son, Rylan Benoit, her mother, Amy Miners, and her other parent, Lester Terry. Her grandparents, William and Shirley Harper, Sonia and James Whitgren, Roland Miners, Marcia Gottschalk, Linda Nicholas, and Betty Ward, as well as her sister, Brittany Hurley, aunts Tammy Harper Kaufman and Deborah Hurlbert, and cousins James Campbell and Kiara Castello have also passed before her. Friends may call from 11 a.m. Eastern until the time of the funeral service, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow, Saturday, July 12th at 2025. Her funeral service is tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern at Clapper Family Funeral Home of Monon, located east of Highway 16 past North White High School. That's tomorrow, Saturday, July 12th, 2025 at 1 p.m. Eastern. Okay. I'd like to show you this. Samantha was a mama. She had a bunch of kids. She was very, very kind-hearted woman. Almost too, almost too much. She was soft-hearted to a fault. I know Diane and I, we really tried to encourage her. Cosmo. So I hope that any of you who are in central Indiana might be able to go pay respects tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern at her services. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be there. And you can go over here to this website here, um, which is clapperfuneralservices.com. And you'll be able to sign the guest book or look at the details or view this slideshow. I'll stop it there. There's more. Okay, there's more. This is Samantha Miners. Okay, she leaves behind 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Uh, with one passed away. So quite a mother she is. Okay. Again, friends may call after 11 a.m. Eastern until the time of the service at 1, which is tomorrow, July 12th, 2025, at Clapper Family Funeral Home of Monon. Okay, so rest in peace, Cosmo. We love you forever. God bless Cosmo. I'd like to welcome everyone in who came in during that. Welcome in. Appreciate you all coming. Uh, Tonight, I would like to continue with the rest of what we had for tonight. Okay, so um, so the Four Pits interview, the interview with Josh, has been struck several times by the troll farmers, particularly Bossy. Okay, Bossy is on the third strike of this video. She really wants it down. Okay, so I figured what we do tonight is we'd show Bossy that we're not going to let her silence Josh, no matter what. We're going to do what we want to do here. So, Bossy, every time that you strike that video, we're going to play it again. Okay, so tonight we're going to take a listen to Josh and I's conversation. And since you struck the video again fraudulently, uh, I would like to play it for you. All right. Um, so every time you strike the video down, I'll re-upload it again, and I'll play it on another live stream so that all of my viewers get to hear it for the third time. Right now, we're looking at 5,000 views. Okay, between the first upload and the second upload. If the video goes down, I'll upload it again, and we'll get another 2,000 views. So, without further delay, I will I will begin the video, which is a conversation Josh and I had before trial. Now, for those of you who may be interested, this interview was done to assist the defense team with helping them to understand what sort of information Josh had to bring to the table. That's why it was done before trial and it was forwarded to them. Okay, so that's why I've waited until now to release it, because it was for the benefit of defense investigators, and now it's for the benefit of the public in general. And who knows, we may do another one if we keep getting such resistance. Remember, Josh is probably the only insider we've had from the inner circle of the bad players in Delphi. And we should feel lucky and appreciative of the fact that he's willing to come forward, that he's sharing what he's sharing with us, and that he's brave enough to do so at his own detriment. So, without further ado, I will play this video of Josh. And hey, who knows? I may end up stopping periodically to comment upon the screenshots. Uh, I have 350 photos incorporated into the screenshot or the slideshow that accompanies the interview. So please do enjoy them. Um, I'm going to pop the chat up onto the screen now. So now we'll be able to see those who come into the chat. Welcome everybody who's come in. All right, so here we go. Hello, Josh. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, can you state your name for the listener?
My name is Josh Johnson. I'm sorry, the phone's cutting out. Can you start over?
My name is Josh Johnson.
Okay. And
I've got a YouTube channel called Four Pit Bulls and a Toy Hauler Across America.
okay. And how old are you, Josh?
48.
Okay. And you have some connection to Derek German. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
The oven turned off on me.
Yes.
Can you explain how you're connected to Derek German? Maybe going back in time and up to the present day?
I grew up with Derek German. He is a grade younger than me in school. We were on the wrestling team together for 6 years. And he also lived in the same little town called Rockfield that I grew up in. We actually rode the school bus together at one time. And then later in life, Derek and I used to see each other on occasions when we were partying. Usually
Okay.
illegal activity.
Okay. And when's the last time you saw Derek German or had contact with him?
Late 2014.
Okay. And were you connected at all with selling of any sort of drugs or legal substances with Derek or for Derek?
Yes, back then I was.
Could you explain the extent of your activities with Derek in that regard?
Yeah, there was a lot of smurfing going on and then distributing.
What years were these?
Oh, throughout 2012, 2014.
Okay. And you ended up going to county jail for some time. Could you explain that before we get started?
Yeah. 2000, the year 2000, I got busted for conspiracy to manufacture. And that started my troubles in Delphi, Indiana. I was a first-time offender, so I
mean, what you guys are going to have to realize immediately, okay? Let's just be honest here. Let's cut to the shit. Let's cut the shit. Let me put it this way. Let's cut the shit. This entire case is nothing but a bunch of YouTubers and media who are licking the cops' boots. And this slideshow should prove it to you. What you're going to see is a whole bunch of YouTubers and media hugging, kissing, ass licking, boot licking, shilling for the cops. And that's all that is. That's all this entire Delphi murders coverage is and has been from the beginning. Okay, since the beginning, it's been nothing but boot lickers. And if you really pay attention to this slideshow, you'll see them all.
10 years on supervised probation. But I still dabbled with everybody in the community as far as partying and being affiliated with the drug scene all the way up until 2014.
And what happened in 2014?
In regards to?
As far as you not having any more contact with these people and with Derek?
I went to jail. I went to work release. And then I went to rehab. And then I pretty much left town when I went to rehab.
Look at this shit.
Okay, so when did you go to jail?
2014, late 2014.
Okay, so is it safe to say then that from 2012 approximately to late 2014 that you were heavily involved in the circle of individuals that were trafficking.
Distributing methamphetamine around Delphi and other communities, local communities.
Okay, and who was your primary supplier at that point in time that you were involved in that?
Would have been Christy Martin and Derek German and Josh Lank.
They were your suppliers?
Yes.
Could you estimate maybe how many times you were supplied by each of them? Just a rough estimate.
10 to 20.
With each of them, you think, or all collectively?
Oh yeah, probably with each of them.
And that's from 2010 to 2014, or 12 to 14, or is that from 2000?
That's 2012. The years somewhere, maybe the earliest 2011. I'm saying 2012 through mid 14.
Okay, so
I'd have to get my calendar out and look at dates and stuff, or to be exact, but I'm giving you a ballpark figure.
okay, so you might have more specifics. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Prior to 2012, so from 2000 to 2012, you said you were involved with this community in some way, but is it why are you differentiating from 2012 to prior to 2012?
Well, I spent that 10 years on supervised probation, so I worked a lot. I didn't really run with anybody.
Let me stop this here. Notice Kathy Shank. It says Delphi Police Department, Christmas photo 2024. Notice Kathy Shank. Kathy Shank.
Okay.
And I was married and raising children, so I still partied, but I guess I just didn't run with anybody. Maybe my coworkers.
Okay.
But I still occasionally would go in the bars and see the Delphi crowd and stuff. But yeah, there was a time from like 2012 where I got back into that stuff.
I see. Okay. Thank you. So how would you describe from that point to the point you went to jail in late 2014? How would you describe the nature relationship with Derek in particular?
Derek, we were cordial, and I stopped over there. And then towards the end, it became a thing with a girlfriend of mine, and he started running over there a lot, and he might not thought nothing of it, but it kind of hurt my feelings.
Okay, so with Derek, so what was the address of? Was that at Derek's house that you say?
Yeah, Derek lived right by the city park.
Is that on Samuel Milroy?
I'm not sure what that road is. Very well could be. It's right behind Norman's Eye Doctor.
So how many times would you say you spent time at Derek's house over that course of time?
You know who this is, right? Put it in the chat. Who is this here hugging Doug Carter? When I'm telling you that every single YouTuber and media personality works for the cops. No, it's not Kathy. No, it's not Kathy. Why would Kathy be hugging? You guys know who this is? No, it's not Kathy. Who's the writer who licked all the boots for the Carroll County Comet? Come on. Who's the writer for the comment who licked boots and also facilitated the post-sentencing PR tour via the Carroll County Comet? Yep. Bingo. Bingo.
Ten to 20 times.
Okay. Were every one of those times pretty much to do a pickup, or were you just also hanging in as a friendly manner?
I usually had to do something with some dabbling.
Okay. Well, thanks. That's a good background.
Who's this?
So I think that'll help people understand the basic background there.
No, I mean, if we're doing this and we're telling it, they need to understand how well I know this community.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to establish. Would you have
Yeah.
anything else to add before we
Well,
go
like
to some other?
I have had troubles here, and I've experienced what the law enforcement are capable of, and the court system has done here. In more cases than my own, we've spoke several times about some other cases that have happened. I mean, I guess if you're looking for the word corruption, I've experienced it, and so have others.
Okay, you want to? Yeah. Would you like to speak about anything you have firsthand experience or knowledge of?
Well, like one of the biggest things that happened to me in Carroll County was a jury trial I went through. That I was a victor in. I was relinquished of the charges. I guess you could say I won the jury trial. And back then, Officer Liggett was an arresting officer who wrote the probable cause for my arrest. And
Oh, what do we have here? What do we have here? Look closely, y'all. Don't be sleeping when I'm telling you. Boot lickers. When I'm telling you, every YouTuber and every media personality is in direct contact with the cops and family. Where's the pictures of me talking to these people?
when it was all said and done with, he was reprimanded by the judge by the name of Judge Curry for not having a warrant to come into my house. So I spent a lot of time battling through that. I think there was a couple $1,000 and 2.5 years of time to get through all that mess. So I've experienced what they're capable of.
What year or years was that trial?
Oh my!
Or that process?
That's something else with it. Like I've tried to recently try to find that case, and I think I did find the case, but it's been to where I can't research it unless maybe I pay for the transcripts, is what I'm gathering. I kind of need help with finding it, I guess. But what years it would have been maybe 2006 or 7.
Okay, is that
I
Robert
work,
Henderson and the state of Indiana versus Joshua Johnson?
that's correct.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, we'll be able to look into that. So would you so what you're saying is that was it the PCA that was not correct, or was it an illegal search and seizure or illegal search warrant?
The whole damn case was bogus.
Okay.
It
All right.
actually, it was a battery charge, batteries resulting in bodily injury. But a gentleman from Delphi came in my home at 3 o'clock in the morning and asked my girlfriend at the time to go home with him. And I proceeded to ask him. Well, the third time after asking him, I proceeded to help him out the door. And he got some injuries out of the deal. But after the trial, I was found guilty in not guilty in I don't know, 12 minutes. 12
Remember these guys from trial? No further comment.
minutes, they read the verdict.
Okay, I see. The jury
Well,
trial.
the jury trial, at the end, I think it only took the jury 12 minutes to decide the verdict in the back chambers.
Okay. Did you ever face any sort of retribution or clapback from the authorities or the prosecutor or the law enforcement that were involved in that case?
They always gave me a hard time. So pretty much, like I said, 2014, 2015, I was in some trouble in Lafayette. I was in work release. And I guess I never had to deal with them anymore.
Brad
I
Webb.
never had to deal with Carroll County anymore after that.
Who was the judge in that particular jury trial?
Judge Curry. Now listen, there was a Judge Carey before Judge Curry. Judge Curry was judge before Diener.
Okay, thank you. Good.
Boy, look at this. Look at the looks on these faces. Aren't they just proud of what they just did? Aren't they just proud of what they just did?
My attorney on that case was a Caroline Briggs out of Lafayette, Indiana.
Could you spell her last name?
Briggs.
Okay, thank you. So in reference to your interactions with Derek German, are you aware of any snitching or deals he had made, or any trouble he had gotten in with the local community for throwing people under the bus, or any sort of thing like that that would have people upset with him?
Yeah, you and I have spoke about it.
Yeah, would you mind?
He had dealings with a girl named Christy Lynn Martin, and she was dealing a lot of methamphetamine as well. And she got busted with Derek one time, and then I think once she bonded out, a few weeks later, she was busted in Ohio again. And from the story I got, Derek told on her, and there was quite a bit of drugs involved. So,
Okay. So, do you mind if I name some of Christy Lynn Martin's possible associates to see if you have any knowledge of particulars regarding their involvement with her or Derek?
no, I don't.
Okay. Well, there's Jordan Martin. Colby. Go ahead. Sorry.
That'd be Christy's daughter.
Okay. Colby Martin.
Not aware of.
Okay. Joey Prater.
Yes.
Dustin Prater.
Yes.
Dusty Gray.
Yes.
Kyle Stacy.
Yes.
William Duff.
Yes.
Travis Williams.
Yes.
Caleb Brubaker,
Possibly.
Jeff Reagan.
Yes.
Any of those people you have any knowledge about that you'd like to elaborate in how they might be related to Derek German?
All right, all right. Pay attention to who's in line here.
It would be all methamphetamine related.
Any of those associates of Christy Lynn Martin?
Oh my gosh, look at this disaster coming out of this courtroom.
Do you feel might have some animosity or some bad business dealings with Derek German?
Yeah, a few of them.
All right. Would you mind naming those, or do you want me to repeat the list?
Well, some of them you didn't even name.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you. Please feel free. I have a.
There's a group of them. Travis Williams, Gabe Ellis, Kyle Stacy might have helped Christy do something for retaliation.
Okay, let's start with Gabe Ellis. What do you know about Gabe Ellis?
I'm not real familiar with it, man.
Okay, just that he
But
was.
I've heard a lot, and I've witnessed a lot of social media and screenshots and conversations enough to know that he was in that little group of people.
Okay, I see. We can move on. How about who else did we?
Kyle Stacy, I did some jail time with in Carroll County years ago.
Okay, could you talk about him?
I was actually in cell block with him. He was a strange person. Very strange.
Do you have any knowledge of him?
He probably done a lot of time since then.
Oh yeah.
I'm guessing in and out of the prisons.
Who else did I miss in that list? Travis.
I would say these are more so friends of the Christy Martin.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
If you don't have any, I don't want to lead you or.
Yeah, I guess you have to understand the drug trade to know how it all works sometimes. Like
Okay.
he was dealing with them, but that was probably her people,
Her people, yeah.
Right here, so right here is the butcher shop that Noe and I make so much noise about. Butcher shop right here. Remember Trooper Joe talking about the butcher shop?
So any of those you have firsthand personal knowledge of or dealings with?
Not dealings.
Okay.
I done some jail time with Kyle Stacy. Oh, Travis Williams, I did some jail time with him too. These guys all ended up pretty much spending a lot of their 20s, 30s in the prisons.
Do you know anything about his relationships? Travis Williams?
Travis Williams, I think, is related to Anna Williams.
Now, a lot of people ask questions about Josh's brother's photos, about the fire pit, the glove, and the knife. That's what this is here from Josh and Josh's brother. It was found on the Weber side of the creek, down closer to Wilson Bridge by the Browns property.
Okay.
But Travis is good friends with Christy. They were real close friends.
Travis Williams.
I know that. I know that because I grew up Rockfield and Camden. Well, they were.
Now, this house is very important here. I'll leave it to you to figure out what house this is and whose house this was.
Flora people, Flora and Burlington.
There's Noe and Josh.
Well, any other friends of Christy Lynn Martin that I might have failed to mention,
This
or you
is
might
Ron
have
Logan's.
left off?
Well, like Prater and them ran with him.
Noe, check it out, Noe.
Okay.
Prater was tight with Christy, but he would also be with Derek too a lot.
Which Prater is that?
Dustin.
Dustin Prater? What do you know about him and Derek's
Ron
dealings
Logan's here.
or any sort of...
Now, I didn't run with them when they got popped together for stealing anhydrous. I didn't run with them back then, but I knew about it. And then later on in the 2012 through 2014, I was actually kind of running with both them guys. So I knew they were hanging out too, you know.
Okay. How about this? How about any let's start from the inside and head outwards. Who were the closest associates of Derek German that at the time that you knew Derek and were dealing with him from 2012 to 2014? Who was in the closest circle?
Probably Christy Martin, Derek, Aaron Tyner, myself, Jimmy Griffith, Chester Whitmore, some of the Babcocks, Brenda Marchand. Those were all the Alting, Chad Alting.
Okay, this is Troll Farm Central here. This is a Troll Farm's #1 favorite place to eat. Okay, #1 favorite Troll Farm restaurant, El Rinconcito.
And another guy named Chad Swank.
This is the Troll Farm's favorite meeting place here. This is a Troll Farm headquarters. After they fill up with Mexican food and margaritas, they love coming out to the Riley Park.
Those were a lot of the faces that I was seeing over there through that time.
Okay, when you said seeing over there, do you mean at Derek's house in 2014?
Yeah, at Derek's house.
Okay, so in what capacity would you see them? So if you were there for some sort of reason, how would you end up seeing them? Were they be coming through as well for some particular reason?
Yeah.
Was it to involve with the methamphetamine or
Yeah, I was. Yeah, quick little hangout, get what you needed, and leave. But
Okay.
I would see some of them other guys, other places too,
Okay.
because we ran around here, you know, we ran around Delphi. So
Are there any individuals that you've ever witnessed while you were in Derek's house picking up methamphetamine or heroin or anything like that from Derek that you'd be willing to talk about?
Sean O'Brien was one.
Okay, how about
Chad Alding was one, but I mentioned his name.
right? How about you mentioned Brenda Marchand?
Yeah,
You ever witness her doing a pickup for at Derek's?
yeah, I was there one time when she was there.
Okay. How about
Maybe two or three times.
Okay, how about Anna Williams?
No, but she lived close. She lived close around the corner.
Oh, but you've never seen her go into Derek's?
No, I never seen her over there.
Okay,
But
and
my ex-girlfriend used to go to Anna's.
your ex-girlfriend? Okay.
Yeah.
How about Garrett Kurtz, Ashley Garth? You've ever witnessed them interact with Derek?
Ashley.
Did you personally witness her ever going into the house at Derek's house?
No, I just knew she was going over there.
Okay. How about this Ashley Wright or Troy Clendenning?
Ashley Wright was Ron Logan's mistress at the time of the murders.
Did she have dealings with Derek German or friendship?
Yes. She lived above Troy Clendenning. I think it was on Union Street.
Okay. Did Troy Clendenning have dealings with Derek German?
Yeah, quite a bit too. That was a
Oh,
classmate.
Boy, look at this crowd here. Look at this crowd here. Can you say plants? Can you say plants? Can you say plants? Let's see. The witch, the bitch, the man, and the dweeb.
That was a classmate of mine.
did you ever
Yeah.
personally witness him picking up or dealing for Derek, or is it just your knowledge?
No, I was there I was there a lot of times.
CJK. CJK here.
Okay. Let's see who else. I know you mentioned to me before Chad Alting.
Now, who's this?
Yeah, Chad's dead now. Chad died this year.
Okay. What about Dale Wood?
That's Derek's uncle.
Oh, pay attention now. Pay attention to who we have here. Who do we have here? Jinx 13. Kimberly Stravakis Withers. Sarah Elrod Alsbrook. Randy Gravitt. Mel. Rescue All the Dogs. Truth and Justice. Can you say plants?
Did you ever see Dale at Derek's house or dealing with Derek?
No. I just knew. My dad used to run with Uncle Tom. Derek's other uncle.
Oh, do you know his name?
Tom Gray.
Okay. Do you know a David Jones or Misty Adams?
No. Those names don't sound familiar.
Okay.
Delulu. 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 Uh-oh, what happened? Oh no, I lost my spot.
To 2017 there between Ron.
Oh no.
Dave,
Just knew she was going over there.
There we go. Sorry.
Do you know a David Jones or Misty Adams?
No. Those names don't sound familiar.
Okay. So about you don't know about Dale and Misty maybe being friends or Derek.
No, the last I heard, Dale hooked up with another friend of ours named Seth Kerr's ex-girlfriend or wife.
Was that Michelle?
That was Michelle.
Okay.
Correct.
You have any knowledge of Derek ratting on Dale Wood or any sort of thing like that?
I'm not sure, but I know Dale did get arrested, I think, a few years back. Not too awful long ago, maybe 3 years ago.
Do you have any knowledge of any sort of connection with Derek to any drug gangs or anything like that, like a gang or a crew of people?
Pay attention. Pay attention to the troll farm. Pay attention to the troll farm. Executive committee here. Troll farm executive committee. Notice the troll farm sticker in the hand.
Anything like that?
I think Derek went to prison. He might have got hooked up with
what do we have
gang
here?
stuff, but
What do we have here? What do we have here? when I tell you every single one of them.
Carroll County had a lot of people coming from the prisons in and out of county that were gang affiliated. That's where I started seeing the heathens and Odinists start coming into Carroll County
From the
from the jail,
from which jail?
Carroll County Jail.
Okay, is that where you were also serving your time?
Yes, I had a cellmate, Tim Skaggs was his name. That's when I first was introduced to that heathenry. And I'm a Christian, so me and him were cellmates for.
I want to go back. Sharing some of the mind-blowing things in Paul Manian's previously part of the Unraveling video on his newly named channel, The Domain. I'll post the link to the video at the end. If you skip through all the rants about Yellow Jacket and Mothman, he shared new info that was shared by Matthew Hoffman, the investigator for the defense. Paul said Hoffman shared these things with Yellow Jacket and Mothman. Courtney Parsons and Angela Michos claims Kelsey and Libby were screaming at each other in the Mears parking lot, according to a third-party witness. Claims the story from the Patties about the girls eating pancakes the morning of February 13th is a lie based on stomach contents. Claims Libby was not nearly decapitated. She had 2 shallow cuts to one side of her neck and 1 deep cut to the other side, which severed the carotid artery, causing massive hemorrhaging. Claims Libby had a female friend named T, or a male friend, T, Tyler, who she talked to and texted all the time, day and night. Who was T? Claims Libby had a female friend named T, who she texted and talked to all the time, day and night. Claims Libby's typical phone usage pattern on February 13th was atypical, meaning the apps she used, the types of photos she took, the text she sent, etc., were different compared to her normal usage. Again, claims Libby typical phone usage pattern on the 13th was atypical. Hello? Hello? Claims one of the last texts she sent, one of the last texts sent by Libby was to Anna Williams around 1 or 2 p.m. to ask her if Abby could stay for supper at the German house. Claims the way she wrote this text, vernacular, was unlike the way she normally talked or text. Really? Claim one of the last texts sent by Libby was to Anna around 1 or 2 to ask if Abby could stay for supper. Claims the way she wrote this text, the vernacular was unlike the way she normally talked or text. Claims Libby's phone does not show a call from Derek at 3:30 p.m. when he arrived at the trails to pick up the girls. Also shared geofencing info for the 3 mysterious phones that were in the area around the time of the crimes. Watch the video for the explanation, but I've included 2 maps in the screenshots showing times and locations for what I'm assuming are 2 of the 3 phones. Paul pointed out the distances between some of these location points are very far apart.
And I'm a Christian, so me and him were cellmates for 6 weeks, I think. And I listened to it for a while. But I kept preaching to him, Prof.
Yeah. Thank you. Good. Good.
And I think, honestly, it changed his life. He listened. He learned about the Lord. I keep up with him every once in a while on Facebook. We've said hello and spoke a little bit, asked how each other were doing.
Good. So
yeah,
Henry
yeah,
and Odin's and that you what how prevalent would you say it was among the white guys in the jail that at the time you were there?
oh, like percentage?
Yeah.
I'd say, well, not very many.
Okay. Oh,
Three or four out of 40 had some kind of knowledge of it. Maybe, I don't know how many came through that actually knew. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you the ones I knew about.
the ones you knew. Yeah, I get it. And
I
you were
mean,
never in prison, so it was more like a jail scenario too.
Yeah, I'd never been to prison, so I learned this shit coming through the county.
So let me ask you this. So have you ever heard of these guys, David Jones, Richard Montgomery, Scott Hamill, Jonathan Jewell?
No, never heard them names.
Yes, we're
Ever heard
live
of the
now.
Wolfpack Motorcycle Club?
No.
Okay, how about the Sons of Odin? You ever heard of Sons of Odin?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
What do you know about them?
I know Christy Martin used to date one that had Facebook that had a patch of that on his back jacket one time.
Do you know who that was?
Jonas Zuber.
Oh, Jonas Zuber. Okay.
Zuber.
Oh, can you spell that?
Zuver.
Zuver. Okay.
Yeah, and I remember giving him a ride one time. I gave him and Christy a ride one time. But I accepted him as a Facebook friend, and I happened to notice that a long time ago. I've since not been able to find it, but
Sons of Odin. Okay. How about Cody Patty? You have any dealings with Cody Patty or
no, Cody is younger.
okay.
Cody's
so no
younger.
knowledge in any of his motorcycle affiliations, anything like that?
No, just what I've seen.
These are the actual sticks that were on top of the girls. Look, I actually did a funny glitch here. I caught it in between frames. Okay, notice. These are the sticks that were on top of those girls. These are the actual sticks that were on top of the bodies. Let me back it up a second.
In any of his motorcycles?
These are the actual sticks that were on top of Abby's body. They want you to think this is accidental. And understand it's taken from an angle, so it looks off-centered. But if you were directly above this, it would be perfect. geometry.
Psycho-affiliations, anything like that?
No, just what I've seen and on Facebook and whatnot.
These are the sticks that were on top of Libby. And keep in mind, the very large one, the largest one, was there to hold her arm in an upright position. Okay, that was there to hold the arm in an upright position, making me believe that the shape that is more like a letter H with the right angles, that's the shape that was put on her. Okay.
Where they
Okay.
ride their motorcycles and post their pictures.
And let me jump back to Jeff Reagan, because I know we didn't really expand on him. Do you know Jeff Reagan?
Yeah, I've known Jeff Reagan for 25 years. Now I'm not sure if Jeff was out of prison yet or not during them years.
Well, could you tell us maybe?
I'm not sure what year he got out.
He was
a local though.
To say about Jeff, or
he was a local. He was in the meth scene.
This is the look of sheer constipation.
Been busted quite a few times. I think he was doing some prison time. They may be up in Michigan. Last I heard, he did come back home. I'm not sure what he's been up to since then. He had a boy named J.D. Reagan that ran around with us all too. So I knew J.D.'s dad, which was Jeff. And my dad ran with Jeff Reagan.
okay,
They were the same age. They used to run around a lot.
have any sort of affiliations, Jeff Reagan?
Did I?
Yeah.
I used to do a little meth with him back in 1999.
Oh, I guess what I was more so referring to is with the motorcycle clubs or any gang activity.
I don't know about that. I have no clue.
There's someone I left off. What about Tyler Joe French? I apologize for not mentioning.
I think that's a younger guy too. I'm not familiar with that name.
Okay.
Only through the mentioning of.
Now, you'll see every once in a while I put in photos of normal people so that you can see the difference, the stark contrast between normal people and the plants. You will notice a very distinct difference.
The Delphi murders is the only way I'm.
I see. Okay. So Gabe Ellis, how about Gabe? Any dealings with him?
I just knew he was friends with Christy Martin.
Okay.
No dealings.
But same with Kyle Stacy and Brad Holder.
Not sure about Brad Holder. I knew Brad Holder was from Logansport.
You ever hear of a guy named Jeremy Peterson who was murdered?
No.
Oh, what do we have here? What do we have here? Is there a YouTuber in this photo? Question, is there a YouTuber in this photo?
How about Alan Tinker?
No. Let's talk about Brad Weber.
Okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Brad Weber that lives there by the Monon High Bridge. And how often I think he was down there along the creek.
Is there a YouTuber in this photo? Whoops. Lost the spot again. Sorry.
And the age.
Tyler Joe French. Okay.
No dealings. No. Let's talk about Brad Weber.
Okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Brad Weber that lives there by the Monon High Bridge. And how often I think he was down there along the creek. And how the crime scene's a fishing pole cast away from his little fishing spot.
Right across
Picnic.
across the creek.
Right across the creek from his little picnic area. And the trails that run through his woods. And I still wanted to talk to you, Prof, about where all these pictures we're seeing, if you knew, like the stick huts, the wooden shack, the bones, the shoe tree, if that was all coming from his side of the creek, all the photos we've seen.
Well, there's a lot of mystery around those photos is a funny thing, but I got different people telling me different things. So
I want you guys to look closely at this map. And keep in mind that the labels on this map have not really changed.
what ties it all together is the Wilson Bridge area. So I'm glad you brought that up because maybe I could ask you to start with.
I've not ever found out where all them things are located at either.
What do you know about that Wilson Bridge area?
It used to be a pull off. You go out there, pull off, go down the creek, smoke your dope, drink your beer. Summertime, kid. Summertime, people would go down there swimming. That's what it was when I was growing up. And I'm sure it hadn't. I'm sure it didn't change much over the years.
Right. Did you ever know people to go out there and be partying for days on end, or smoking meth, cooking meth, anything like that?
I had heard that
Down at Wilson Bridge?
In the 2014 era, those years, I had heard that there was shit going on out there, but I had never been out there. But now I knew that there was, because Ashley Wright was telling me shit that was going on. Like the guns that were stolen from Ron Logan's. And there was talk about Schwank and Derek and them possibly maybe cooking meth out there.
Who's Swank?
Chad Swank, he came from Crawfordsville. He was a real strange dude too. He was very strange. He ran around Derek's a lot.
Okay, so let's back that up. So you're saying that there was talk about Derek German and others cooking out there between Ron's and Wilson Bridge somewhere?
Yeah, there was some people out there fucking around doing shit. And then also, like, since then, I guess Kurtz, Jimmy Snowburger, a bunch of them out there partying and doing the same shit.
Do you know if that would be closer to Ron's or closer to Wilson Bridge? Or do you have any knowledge?
Mears Bottoms and
Mears
Logan.
Bottoms. That's the big, huge, empty field right adjacent to Wilson Bridge. Okay.
Yeah, there used to be a pull off there that you could go down in there and you could camp.
Well, let me ask you about that. So
in high school, some of my friends knew the Mearses really well, so we had permission.
Yeah, let me ask you about that. So had you ever gone down there to that field and camped out there?
Yeah.
Or partied? So what sort? Mm-hmm. Okay, so can you describe maybe what you've personally done out there in that field?
Oh, there was just a bunch of country boys. Bart Walters, Casey Watson, me, Matt Hart. A few of us went down there a couple times and just spent the night, camped on the creek, drank our beer. Bart didn't live too far away from the Mearses.
You set up tents out there?
We might have set up a tent or had a little small camper.
Okay. Any shooting of guns?
I didn't personally.
Target practice, anything like that? Okay.
No, we were out there drinking beer.
No dope use?
Not back then.
And so if you guys did it, do you think that there were probably others in
Oh,
that?
I'm sure. I'm sure
Yeah.
the children grew up over all the.
Let's stop here again. What I'm telling you about the bootlicking YouTubers, that's Mike Patty and Kelsey German with two YouTubers.
Teens end up. Yeah, I'd say that was a pretty good hangout, all the way up till the murders.
Yeah, well, you know, when I went out there, I found a bunch of things that indicated a bunch of activity, like a bunch of beer bottles.
Well, me and Noe floated. We seen beer bottles and cans.
Yeah, I found some target practice shotgun shells, some beat up targets, some all kind of shit like that out there.
Yeah, and then they said that
Who's this?
there's a lot of four wheeling and shit, horse riding, crew going out to Ron Logan's partying all the time. I mean, you just got to think about that. That's not very far. That's still the same land, pretty much.
Yeah, well, that's all owned basically by the same people.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. So you were telling me that Kyle.
I can't tell you all that probably went on out there, Croft. I just know shit was going on out there.
So how did you hear that Derek German was out there cooking or partying or whatever out there on that creek?
Man, a couple of times when I was in town somewhere, I can't remember where it was, but I'd heard mention that they were going out there and doing shit. I didn't know the location. I just knew it was out in that direction. John Allball, I think his property's next to the High Bridge too, or out by Wilson's Bridge. And they were, I'd had to heard that through Ashley that was dating Ron Logan.
Ashley Wright, okay.
Yeah, that's where I got.
Okay.
That's where I got that. Thinking back now.
And you think that would have been in like the 2010 to 2017 era, somewhere in there, or earlier?
Well, I left town late 2016, so it would have been 2013 to 20. I'm saying it's 2012, 2014, Prof. Because that's when I was running with them all.
Okay.
And then I got in trouble in Tippecanoe County and ended up down there. I was living down there and in trouble down there. So, like late 2014, I think I went to Lafayette. Derek had already been busted. Like the shit went down. It got crazy, dude. We were all strung out. All these people we were talking, the names and shit we're talking about, we were all strung out on this shit. And then the shit went down. Mike Thomas was busting people. Liggett was after everybody. Tobe was sheriff. No, Burns was sheriff a lot through then too. Burns. Hell, them guys didn't know what to do with all this trafficking. And most of the local boys were the ones doing it. Like, it's crazy around here. I stay away from the shit. So I stay away from the shit now. So I don't know if it's still crazy around here, but I would guess there's still some of them fucking around. And I can't hardly believe it.
Let me ask you. So on any particular cooking situation where a batch was cooked up by Derek German, specifically, okay?
I was never with Derek when he cooked.
Okay, but I guess
the
question I'm trying to get towards is, say, in any time that a batch would be cooked up and there's a fresh new batch that he had personally cooked up, do you know how much would be the result of that process? Like on had you ever been privy to like how much he might acquire all at once from cooking up a batch?
It would average what they were doing. I'm saying quarter ounce, half ounce.
Well, that's a relatively small amount. So if you say,
But
if
that,
you,
you're talking frequently,
right, right.
pushing that frequently, weekly, every 2 weeks. But Christie, I think, got busted with more than that.
Well, let me ask you, you ever known any of them to come in to say the amount that might fill a 5-gallon bucket or fill a
Depends
Target
how.
shopping bag, a Walmart
I mean,
bag?
it's not. It's not impossible. Like especially if you had the supply of the Sudafed.
That's a very large amount, right?
Yeah, like you'd have to have a lot of guys pushing a lot of pills, Sudafed to you.
Well, let me
You'd
ask you
have to
about
have
that.
you'd have to have a connection where somebody's getting the shit off the truck.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. What knowledge do you have about the sourcing of the Sudafed? You have any personal knowledge of any sort of?
Well, we used to stew it all over, man, all over the area, like Monticello, Lafayette, Logansport. But we would use the Delphi. We would use the Delphi CVS too. Like
All right, so
a
let me
couple.
back it up. So say how many people might be going out to gather it?
Well, like I don't know. Sometimes one of the people that's on the receiving end might have 9 or 10 friends out.
Okay, and then say
Some
they're
people
going.
might have just a couple.
So say like we've got several people each hitting up all the pharmacies within, say, how far an area? Like, would you say all over the county, all over several counties?
I'd say a 60-mile area, right?
So they
Yeah,
go.
I've
Let's say,
known people go. I've known people drive almost all the way to Indy and pick them up, so their names wasn't on the books up this way,
I see.
because you had to sign for it, and you were only allowed to buy so much. I'm eating my lunch, bro.
Okay, no, but feel free. So you would say that, say one person could go in the store and get a handful of boxes, or maybe 2 to 3 or 4 or 5.
Yeah, I forget what the weight was or how many milligrams or whatever. However they did that, I forget how they did it.
You ever know of anyone to have a connect where they could bypass that and get it right out from somebody's trunk or from the before it went
No,
into the store?
no, I never knew that. No,
Okay.
but like back when there was no limit.
Right.
This is one of the photos that Bossy has tried to strike, right? She tried to claim privacy for this photo. Now, this is a screenshot from a video that I own. Okay? Taken by Noe Amos. She's trying to strike this and claim that it violates her privacy.
You ever have a knowledge of anyone getting sick off of any batch that Derek had cooked up? People
Yeah,
getting
him and Lank had some dirty shit a lot of times. You call it dirty dope.
Would you say
Look at these two morons.
is more often it was dirty or
Well,
more often
it all depends. Like the buzz, the hive, depend on how much lithium they had in it. Blah blah blah.
Okay. I got another question.
The more lithium they put in it, the more weird it made you. Like whacked you out,
Yeah.
put you more on the crazy end. I just remember that you got into something that was fucking had a bunch of lithium in you'd really be a whack job. You know what I mean?
You know anybody to commit violent crimes because of that at the time that you were involved in this group?
Like just rage. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Not
I
for
never. I
retribution.
did. I never did, but I could have.
Yeah.
I never did, but I could have. Like, there was a lot of times of, that rage from that really get to you. I see where people, yeah, there's, me and you both know a lot of people have,
Yeah.
because of that drug, hurt somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, totally.
I'm gonna ask
Or
you.
hurt herself, let alone hurt herself,
Yeah. Yeah. You're not thinking straight at
Not at
all.
all.
Let me ask you a specific question. Like, typically with the meth that Derek had cooked up, what would be the color and consistency of it on usually?
Well, it used to do, it would be white. Some of them turn like this fluffy, powdery stuff, like snow. And then they started getting that ice, and I don't know where the hell, I don't know how that was ever made. But
That's more
not,
crystallized, right?
that's more of a clear looking stuff.
You ever know of any?
Some of them did the red phosphorus stuff, I think, too.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. Like,
And then also, depending on what fuel you could use ether, or you could use Coleman fuel, and that Coleman fuel would change it to like a reddish tint, brown tint.
well, let me ask you to differentiate between those. So the red phosphorus stuff, explain that. How would that look, and how was it made? That you know.
I'm not exactly sure how that phosphorus was made.
You know
I think
the color
something had to do with match tips.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure, but the color was darker. Yeah,
A darker red or a darker what?
a lot of times it'd be, when you burn it, it'd kind of have a red color to it, like an oily, like a motor oil.
And what about the other one that you're calling the red? What was the other one you called? The other reddish tint.
Oh, the Coleman fuel. When they used Coleman fuel.
You ever hear anyone ever refer to it as Red Devil?
No.
Okay.
Now, Prof, I've seen a lot of these dope cooks in Carroll County, and knew a lot of them. A lot of jail time with them. I had 3.5 years in Carroll County. I'd been in every cell block. So I seen guys burn up from the shit. I knew these two guys, man. They fought over the jar, standing over a kerosene heater. And while they were fighting over the jar, it fell out of their hands and landed on the kerosene heater. Burn them up head to toe.
Look at this sign, Abby and Libby Memorial Park.
That happened there in Delphi.
Terrible.
I got a lot of older drug associates. They weren't really friends, but a lot of them are dead now because of the drug use. They never stopped,
You
When
have
I say a lot, I'm talking like 10, 15, 20 people I know that I ran with that are dead from that shit.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
It's a plague. It's a plague, man. Any of the cooks that you might know that would have a rivalry or some sort of animosity or bitterness with Derek?
The only things I can think of would be possibly Christy Martin, because if she got snitched on by Derek, she did a lot of jail time. I think she ended up doing 9 years on an 18-year sentence. And then they say Ashley Garth also. Derek possibly got her kids taken away from her.
You ever
And
know
these
of
aren't
Derek?
things I can prove. These aren't things that I can prove. These are things that I've witnessed from other conversations,
Right. So
from
that's
other people.
mhm.
Like,
You ever know of Derek to owe anyone large amount of money? And
not personally, no, I don't.
Hey,
you have any
hey,
knowledge of
let me stop it. Look here at Noe's drawing. Isn't this good? Look at it. Noe's drawing. Good job, Noe. Thank you, Zaddy. I threw this one in for kicks.
Blaine
I
Nelson?
I would think Christie and whoever's dope that was that Christie got busted with probably owed somebody some money. I don't know who exactly, but yeah. Christie got busted with quite a bit of dope.
I wonder how much. Again, I don't.
I don't know.
Oh,
You'd
hold
have
on,
to,
hold
I don't
on.
know how.
This is another one she tried to claim privacy. She posed for a group photo for the troll farm. But now, after posing for a group photo for the troll farm at their first annual meeting at Riley Park, she wants to claim that this photo violates her privacy.
Much they ended up charging her with, but probably even more than they charged her with.
I don't know if you
Question: who in this photo have we not identified? I mean, I can count about 4 who I don't have identified here.
heard me ask, did you ever hear of someone named Blaine Nelson
No.
or know him? Okay.
Mm-mm.
How about Benjamin Mears, Daniel Pearson?
I Daniel Pearson.
You know him
He was
personally?
younger. He was younger, but my mom was married to Kenny Brovant. Well, Kenny Brovant's brother married.
Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on. Remember what I said? Look at this here and tell me how many YouTubers do you see in this photo? How many YouTubers do you see in this photo? I'll wait.
Dan's aunt. So I was always around the Pearsons at some 4th of July and family gatherings and stuff because my family was kind of married into their family. But the Daniel, he was younger, a lot younger, Prof.
Oh, who was this? Who was this here? This is someone who's had 15 usernames at a minimum since I've been here. Who is this? Come on. Raspberry? Hell's Angel? Minerva? Bojangles?
20 years younger than me. So I didn't know him back then. I guess I only knew that the Scott had a boy is through this, him being part of the
Yukio, yeah.
witnesses in the Delphi murders. And I tied that together.
Right. Well, it seems that so many of these people are directly tied to meth game. It's just amazing.
Yeah. It's what's odd is so many of them have scrubbed their Facebooks and stuff.
Right.
And they're not what they used to be. Like it's like them internet trolls and all the accounts they make to do that. It's almost like a lot of these have done the same thing, but through Facebook profiles.
You ever hear of a guy named Danny Faznet?
No, some of these names I don't know where the hell they're coming from, bro.
Okay.
I've never heard, like, there's about 7 or 8 names you mentioned that I ain't never heard nothing. Nobody.
Well, it's a lot of these are more closer to Tina Rodell. Let's ask about her. What about Tina Rodell? Do you
Tina
know her?
was my age. Tina was pretty much my age, I believe, and she was from Florida.
Riley Park.
She was this. I thought she was always really good friends with Christy Martin, but somebody said they might even be half sisters.
Oh, let me stop this. Okay, guys, for years, for almost 3 years now, Frank Meister has claimed that I posted a picture of his apartment building and doxed him. He for almost 3 years, Frank Shyster has claimed that one day I posted a photo of his apartment and doxed him. Drum roll, please. Ladies and gentlemen, would you like to see the photo of his apartment, which he claims I posted and doxed him? Well, sorry to tell you, you're looking at it. This is the map of Google Maps, Greenwood, Indiana. When you type in Greenwood, Indiana on Google Maps, okay, this comes up. And then all you have to do is put a little brightness filter on it, and it'll look exactly like this. Frank Shyster says that this is doxing him, that this is posting a photograph of his apartment. Oh my God. Cry like little babies, don't we, Frank Shyster? Sorry to tell you, Frank Shyster, this is Greenwood, Indiana. It's a town. This is not your apartment. This is not doxing you. And this is not where you live. This is not your house. This is not putting you at risk of the biker gangs.
Or something. Now, she had a brother named Jason that was a little bit older than me in high school that got shot or shot himself over at Flora. So the Rodell name was in the paper back then over that. That was big news at one time. But I never ran with Tina, but we knew each other. And I knew her, like I said, I thought her and Christy were always best friends because you'd always see them together.
You know anything
This
about
is
her?
this is Four Pits with his dogs. I'm just sharing some of Four Pits' dogs.
That was the first time.
What
Whoops.
was anyone?
Looked like I goofed around and
then
hit
they
the wrong
lost all
button. Hold
by
on.
trying to something.
Okay, guys, sorry, I hit the wrong button. I'm just showing Four Pits dogs here.
Now, she had a brother named Jason that was a little bit older than me in high school that got shot or shot himself over at Flora. So the Rodell name was in the paper back then over that. That was big news at one time. But I never ran with Tina, but we knew each other. And I knew her, like I said, I thought her and Christy were always best friends because you'd always see them together.
You know anything about her? Some of those people are tied to Tina and her daughter Megan, or like you ever know of Elijah Cook, Josh Weaver?
No, these kids are probably younger than me, man.
They all
I'm
are.
almost,
Yeah.
I'm almost 50, bro.
Did I accidentally let this slide in twice? I sure did. I added this twice. Okay, well, that's okay. It's a good one. Again, claims Libby had a friend named T who she talked to and text all the time, day and night. Day and night. Day and night.
Okay.
So, like, that Gabe Ellis, I connected him and Christy by trying to surveillance on Facebook. I connected them. Now, I heard he was in a white car, and there was a white car mentioned throughout this murder investigation. And they'd said that he had been pulled over a few days after, and he had
Yeah. Well,
yeah, after the murders, and I think he'd had guns and night vision binoculars in his trunk. Honestly, I don't think the fucking investigation was ever fucking done. It just bothers me. Mike Thomas and them guys were aware because they were busting Christy and Derek. So I don't know how this avenue was never investigated.
This is the screenshot that indicates that the family's phones were never ever dumped or examined, etc. None of you find that at all alarming? That the family's phones
and them
were
guys
never
were aware because they were busting Christy and Derek. So I don't know how this avenue was never investigated.
yeah.
You can't find it in any police reports, Prof. You can't find it in any discovery. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
The only place you will find this stuff is through social media. And and a lot of us are locals, like Tina and myself. Even Tina has made speculations about certain things, you know?
Yeah.
Even her own sister, if that's her sister. I thought they were best friends, but if that's her sister, she's made speculations about it. So I don't know where the is that part of the first 70 days that they lost?
Well, that's what I'm thinking, is that exactly that. Yeah.
All right, here's a post here. In 2014 and 2015, Derek German was arrested and convicted of multiple counts of manufacturing and distribution of methamphetamine. This is hardly his first offense, too. Well, after being labeled a recidivist criminal by the courts, he took a plea that saw him cooperate with the DEA, FBI, and ISP. Instead of getting 20 years, he got a mere 1,100 days. Well, our favorite little judge, he suspended the sentence of the presiding judge and commuted his 1,100-day sentence to just 1 day time served. Wowie, what a nice guy, right? Wrong. You see, Derek got his supply from Gabriel Ellis, who has ties to the Sinaloa drug cartel out of Chicago. Ellis is a bad man with bad intentions, a child predator and a violent felon, one who has at least 10 previous criminal charges throughout the years, all drugs, sexual violence, and child predator related. But get this, Fouts ensured that he was never locked up, so he would get a few months here and there for charges that should see him locked up for years. Keep in mind that Fouts jailed 80-plus-year-old Ron fucking Logan for 4 years for a driving offense. Of course, you see what I'm getting at. Anyway, Ellis, in my opinion, sought revenge with Derek through his daughter. This is why Libby was desecrated like that. Only months earlier, another girl, Karina McClurkin, an 18-year-old from Kokomo, went missing, last seen near this piece of trash. Keep in mind, his vehicle at the time, a white Pontiac Grand Am, was likely the one also described by investigators as being parked at the former CPS lot near the trails on February 13, 2017. It's our job to point the finger at Carroll County, who have done nothing but work to protect themselves by stalling closure for the families and for the public, according to Matt Sullivan.
You know? And then they lost all that, so they what? They didn't want to start back over and do it again? I don't
Well,
know.
let me run some more names by you, because we know that Mike Thomas had pulled over Christie.
And I'm not sure who got Derek when he was with Christy.
Let's see. I asked you about Josh Weaver. How about Josh Hewitt? You ever hear of a Josh Hewitt?
No. I'm honestly, Prof, we've probably been through any of the names.
So all of these names are more associated with another locale. They're not really the Delphi people. So
Yeah, we probably pretty much covered anybody.
Who's this behind this mask? Who's this behind this mask? It looks familiar.
Around Delphi, Florida. Like I said, the Babcocks and all them names we went through, you know, like.
well, which are the Babcocks? Because I know we didn't really get into specific. Do you know the Babcock? Any of the
Yeah,
Babcock?
they're from Rockfield, man. Derek used to live right beside them.
Do you know Dale?
Yeah. TC. I know Dale's dad, Dale Sr.
Do you know any
So
of them?
I know the boy too.
You know any of them to deal for Derek or with
Yeah,
Derek?
oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah, man. Those are the guys you'd see over at Derek's the most, man. Like I said, Derek, when they lived in Rockfield, lived right next to him.
Oh, well, so who would they be? Because
It was a little more scroungy crowd. Derek ran with some scroungies. When he wrestled and stuff, he would come from a pretty decent family. He was living with his dad at that time, and Peggy. His mom never come to wrestling or nothing. And then he was running with some pretty, I don't want to call them, I'm just going to say trashier people. That's how I'm going to put it.
yeah, yeah.
And
Well,
Babcocks were some of them.
Well, let me
And
ask
they
this
would,
opinion. You've been following this.
and now like I remember now like Derek would get side jobs through, I don't know where he was getting his construction jobs because his mom had connections, you know, in houses, and he had rentals and blah, blah, blah. And he would get these guys to do the work. You know, they were also his helpers too. Does that make sense, Prof?
Sure does.
Small construction jobs, little handyman stuff, cleanup jobs.
Well,
I guess the Benjamin Mears thing. Now we haven't really discussed that, but they've got a strange one. Benjamin was kind of odd from the information I've gathered, and he was living there, I think, at the time.
It's a cover up. It was the girls walking in on a meth lab being ran by local girls. I'm sorry. It's a cover up. It was the girls walking in on a meth lab being ran by the local cops and criminal informants. One of them snapped and shit went crazy.
Mears place. And that's a kind of an avenue. I went down the Weber Avenue and the Mears Avenue, still kind of play a big part in my mind of something going on there.
how about
So I guess if I were to say my
You got tubing, you got blow off jugs, and you got the stir bucket. This is a meth making operation. It's a meth lab.
My three theories are what we have mainly discussed today, or Benjamin Mears, or Weber. Make way more sense, have way more of a possibility of it being able to happen the way it did than what I think Richard Allen would ever have. I mean, me and you spoke a lot. You know, we spoke a lot. So, like, you know that I don't think it's Richard Allen on the bridge.
Do you have any idea who that might be on the bridge that it would
Man,
look like,
like-
to you? Who does it look like most to you?
Well, now at this stage, I'm down to like Weber, Benjamin Mears, Daniel Pearson. And I did see like a resemblance of Garrett Kurtz in that at one time, but not so much anymore. And also the Gabe Ellis. Now, if you look at all them guys, they got a little darker hair, and you know, we have a shitty picture to look at anyway. But there is some clarity to it if you look at it. I mean, there's somebody in there, and it sure as hell none of it ever to me looks like Richard Allen.
There's somewhat of a resemblance to Gabe Ellis too, in my opinion.
Yeah, like
you know who else that we've spoken about before? What's his name? Geez, I'll have to remember. You sent me some photos of what's his name? Jeez. I'll remember and I'll follow up with, I'll send a text. There's another one of these guys that he looks, the Palladino, what's his name?
The dad's Mark Palladino.
Mark. I think somewhat of a resemblance to Mark as well.
You couldn't mistake him for nothing.
Do you know
Nobody on earth would.
Do you know Andy Haas?
No.
Okay, JT, his son.
No, there was a Haas that lived in Delphi. I think a girl I went to school with might have married a Haas.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right. And I think the kids I raised in one of my marriages, I think played ball with one of them Haas boys.
Well, before we end, let me just ask you again. I know you kind of hinted it, but so if you were the prosecutor or an investigator, a detective, and you were trying to understand this murder of your best friend or a good friend's child, where would you focus where would be the first place you'd focus your efforts? Where would you suggest that investigators look first?
Those three things right there make the most sense to me.
So that sounds like one of the neighbors in that vicinity they were found.
Yes.
Or
some kind of drug activity affiliated through what Derek and some dealings.
Right. Let me ask you this. Have you seen the crime
Those
scene?
are the most important things that I think should have been investigated. It should have been investigated the most first.
Yeah. Let me ask you, have you seen the crime scene photos?
Exactly right.
I know I didn't send them to anyone.
Exactly
so-
right.
I've seen the not actual photos, the cartoon looking,
Okay.
probably a cam art. It looks like they used.
Yeah, never mind. It's okay. It's okay. One other thing, I don't want to forget this because you sent me some photos that your brother had taken.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to send those to the defense as well. Would you mind describing those photos?
My brother Jacob, my younger brother, he went out there and searched the creek a month or two after the murders, and he was on the phone with me until he lost service. But he was sending me pictures and messages during the time he was doing it, and even after he sent me some pictures. But the pictures were a picture of a serrated knife in a fire pit, a small John boat, a pair of blue latex gloves, a small camper, and a little cabin. And these were all locations he found somewhere near High Bridge and Wilson's Bridge. And I've shared them photos with some people. I've
Okay.
I've even had them on my YouTube channel. I think on my shorts, there's some clips of it.
And I will also share them in an email. So do you happen to know of all those locations, any of particular location where they were taken? Like say the fire pit with the knife in it. Do you know where that might be?
Jake told me that was on the right hand. It would have been, if you were going
Thank you to Brandy
upstream, it
D.
would have been on your right. Somewhere on the curve directly after Wilson's Bridge.
So you mean if you're coming from Wilson headed towards Ron Logan's property, it's on that side, on the right?
No, it's the opposite side of Ron Logan.
So it'd be on the
Weber's side.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it was Weber's property or just a little past Weber's, somewhere in that stretch.
Okay. And how about the glove?
That's all. I'm thinking that's where he found all that shit.
Okay. What about the camera?
I'm saying where he found the knife and the glove, he took a picture of the boat, the camper, and the little cabin that was all in that area.
I see. Okay. And is your brother still alive?
Yeah, Jake's still alive. He's down like here.
You think he would be willing to
The
take a
Delphi
phone
triangle
call
here.
about that and maybe tell me the story or tell someone the story? Or
Thanks again, Granny.
Like, yeah, he would probably text, but he would probably.
Yeah, this is the one that gets me, though. That other one is not quite as good of a job as this one here. Look at that. This one right here gets the troll farm all in a tizzy. Oh, they hate this one. They hate this one so bad. I'm telling you.
Probably talk to me and you.
Okay.
I'd have to get a hold of him and tell him what I'm trying to accomplish, you know.
Yeah.
But we spoke about it more since way back then. Like I contacted him in the hospital this past year or sometime. He was really sick, and I got a hold of him and started asking him about that stuff again. And he was answering some things, but then I never approached it anymore. After I found out some of the things I wanted to know, I never went in any more detail. But he's probably got more detail, Prof.
So right here is
Like,
the origin of the term Vinland, like Vinlanders. Okay, it's one of the three homelands, the Helland, Markland, and Vinland. You can see here, Helleland, Markland, and Vinlandia. Okay, I put the arrows. These are all on the East Coast. I forget the exact area. I want to say near. What's the town? It's like Maine, near the coast of Maine.
I'm sure he does. I've never picked his brain on it.
And in all these years since those girls were killed, have you ever heard any rumor on the street, not on social media? You ever heard anything among the locals or people, your friends, or anyone you know from the area about?
I heard about a bar
fight.
I
want to show you guys something. Sorry, let me back this up because this is going into the linguist report, which everyone said was a hoax. Okay, no, it's not. I've spoken with the individual. She's a forensic linguist. Okay. Now let me back this up. Okay. let's see. Notice years before the Franks memo came out.
Thing among the locals.
Okay, she says, oh, let me see. I may have to go even further. Let's see.
Of him and started asking him about that.
Okay. Again, there's the map. Yeah, it's over near Nova Scotia. But let's let this happen here. Okay, notice from the linguist report, you see that there's these words here. Helland, I put in the red box. Markland, okay. Helland and Markland. Notice she didn't write Vinland, right? Remember what I just showed you, though. Helland and Markland are part of the three places there. Helland, Markland, and Vinland. And you'll see there, oddly enough, she includes that in the linguist report, but I'm going to let it go for a moment. And again, some of this is phonetic, some of it is different languages, some of it is a mixture. It's all a mixture. It's very difficult. But here another excerpt here that I've highlighted. She has female victim 13, female victim 14, Delphi or Delphic, last right in a wooded area near river, Mono Bridge, Deer Creek, February 13, 2017. And then she has some phonetic stuff, and then she says, to favor we, last right in a wooded area near river, to favor we, the group. And then she says, from UPS, Acme shit, Deer Creek Valley Rural Historic District, 0.25 meters or miles. I think that's miles from the Monon High Bridge. And then these coordinates. All right. And you're going to see those coordinates I have shown in a map. Let me let this play again, and maybe I'll. Oh, there's one more. She says both remains found on the embankment of Deer Creek. Monon High Bridge is a long footbridge in disrepair. There's a Fitbit. There's clothing, and the conditions of remains have something to tell. So all of these things have a story to tell. Okay, and then she puts it at 2:07 on February 13, 2017. Female victim 13 and 14 missing and located deceased.
Do you know who was involved in that fight?
No, oh, then I've heard that somebody was watching the Patty's house where Derek was living a couple prior to the murders. And that I think the Patties were even aware of that. So they thought somebody was watching their house. It's some of the information I've gathered that was local, you know.
And did you tell me that you said Brenda?
Now, for some reason here in this linguist report, she puts voice modification or modulation used. See that? She says Deer Creek, CCTV, ML, teens, medium build, blue jeans, blue anorak with hood, gray-brown sweater, soft shoes, scarf, voice modification or modulation.
Was selling methamphetamine for Derek at some point?
Oh, I'm sure buying and selling. Yeah, you buy some, you go back to your friends, get rid of a little bit of it. Yeah, I'm sure that was going on.
Here's another thing she says. Initial findings, the date of event, details relating to remains recovery, indicators, identifications, dental work matches, CCT from bridge, canvases of potential witnesses, time-based data surrounding drop-off, last seen reportage, age of witness. She says that these are all important and concerning items to look at. Okay, once again, you should make bullet points of this. Date of event, details relating to remains recovery, indicators, identifications, dental work matches, CCTV from bridge, canvas of potential witnesses, time-based data surrounding drop-off, last seen reportage, age of witness, assessment. In light of counsel, difficulties have surfaced regarding timelines as a pair of girls involved in this event had gone missing. And I've highlighted here, the time stated as pickup after an excursion may have been misleading for one obvious reason. The girls were keen to remain near the bridge in spite of a sibling's order. In fact, the exchange may have been heated and duly noted by a third party. This key point is in itself not as big a challenge to prioritizing details emanating from the site.
I mean, we all fucking were affiliated for years doing this, you know.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
these were people I saw on a regular basis. I grew up with them.
All right. Well,
Mainly the names I told you about, you know, that I knew.
all
There was
right.
something else. There was something else, man. Oh, and then I'm really just in awe about how Derek has not come out and spoken on any of it. And you know, like it just that even like puts the topping on the cake for me that there's something strange there that I mean, I don't know, Ross, you know, like
There's one of the
I wanted to put
locations
that
on
in there that
her on the
it's
linguist
really odd that
report.
Derek's never come spoke out and has really kept and stayed in the closet about it and not shared his opinion on anything or
That's the other
Yeah. Do you think he
location.
should be deposed or interviewed
he
by
can't he
investigators?
can't oh yeah, like I've heard that their phones weren't gone through in the beginning and I just feel like they should have hammered him hard. They should have hammered him hard with questions. I don't feel like they did. I don't feel like they went in that direction towards that family and the affiliations at all.
Do you mind if investigators reach out to you directly, or would you prefer that they reach out to you in a particular way?
By the way, I took this photo myself here in Indianapolis. Yes, I told you I'm a pretty good photographer. Took this photo myself in Indianapolis. Thank you for the super sticker, Blakesley. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Or what's your opinion on that?
I would probably start out speaking over the phone. I'd answer a call.
Okay. Okay. So what I'll do is, if you don't mind, I'll
The one last thing.
go ahead.
All right,
As
here.
much animosity and all
This
the
is
shit.
another photo I took myself here. This is another photo I took myself. This is the pull-off lot, the gravel lot at Wilson Bridge. So you're looking at the gravel lot and you're looking at Wilson Bridge. Gravel lot, Wilson Bridge. Gravel lot, Wilson Bridge. This is where I think Derek made the phone call from. Okay. This is where I think things have happened as people were parked at this gravel lot. I took this photo so that you could see. Again, I took this photo so that you could see the proximity of the gravel lot to the Wilson Bridge and understand that it's elevated. So you go down you go down the hill from this gravel lot right here. You go down the hill, then you're down at the creek. Okay. This is my photo of Wilson Bridge.
That you and I have witnessed through all this. Derek German does not understand how much I love him and how much effort I've put into trying to solve the mystery of how his girls got killed.
This is a photo I took standing on Wilson Bridge. Okay, standing on Wilson Bridge, looking towards where that gravel lot is, which is going to be on your left as you're looking at the screen. Uh, this is Wilson Bridge, standing on Wilson Bridge, taking a photo towards the gravel lot area. This is a photo
Yeah, I
of the
know.
sign
And
at
that kind of
Wilson
makes me
Bridge,
tear up.
which says
They
1898.
made me fucking look like a bad guy, man. I'm sitting here standing in my fucking front room window looking over towards the patties. Prof, it really fucking hurts. So as much as I fucking am upset with them, I still love Derek enough to try to look for fucking somebody that fucking did this.
Troll
And I
right here.
thank you for listening to me.
Yeah, I believe you, and I feel the same. I just
Oops. God damn it. I lost my spot. It's so easy for the finger to slip here. Sorry.
His house where
Thank you,
Derek was
Heather.
living.
Let's see.
okay. So what I'll do is
Find it. Okay.
And I thank you for listening to me.
yeah, I believe you, and I
Looky here. Herrera, Collier, and Mata all identify as either gay or bi. Herrera identifies as gay. All those girls were close with the S boys and girls. So Herrera hearts a photo of Caleb on his Facebook, proves they all know each other. Those girls were at the trails that day. Claims to have just missed the girls being dropped off as they left for Riley Park. They also changed their time, first saying 3:30, then changing it to 3. Once again, those girls were at the trails that day, claimed to have just missed the girls being dropped off as they left for Riley Park. First, they also changed their time, first saying 3:30, then changing it to 3 o'clock.
feel the same. I just those girls were brutalized, and it's just a horrible situation, and no one should ever have to go through that.
Took a lot of my life. I have a lot of anger towards them for, maybe they didn't ask me to do nothing, They didn't ask me to help them. But when you're
Who believes this? Who believes this? The step grandpa of one of the girls, Mike Patty, isn't right. Hands down, he is a generational Freemason, as is ISP Superintendent Doug Carter, a generational Freemason.
when you grow up with them and you're on a team with them, you kind of consider them your brother. And that's how I always thought of my teammates. And I still do today. I visit a lot of them.
High Bridge is not where it all happened. Wilson Bridge is what I have understood as the place, says Jinx 13. My husband works at Subaru. He's a robot tech. We were out there to help for a few hours that night. High Bridge is not where it all happened. Wilson Bridge is what I have understood as the place. My husband works at Subaru. He's a robot tech. We were out there to help for a few hours that night.
Like I said, Prof, I appreciate you talking about all this because it's on my mind a lot. And I don't have anybody to talk to about it.
Yeah, you don't have to thank me. Thank you. It's I know it's hard, and we've been struggling, and we get a lot of a lot of negativity come our way for even discussing it. But I think everyone wants this to be resolved. And I really appreciate it. I don't know how much use will be made of it, but it's definitely going into the right hands. And
I mean, like,
all we can do is try. You know?
it's so strange just to know that like Derek's living, I think, 2 miles away from me right now, and how close we were and what we've been through in life together. And you know, we've been through a lot together, and now we can't even talk. And all I've been here for is just try to help a little bit, help bring some transparency to it all. I'm done, Prof, for the day.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much, Josh. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for calling. You put it where you need to.
I will. It's an open line of communication, you know. So if there's anything, let me know, and I'll let you know. And this is by no means over for these people, you know. So
I'm going to take a nap, man.
awesome, man. Well, God bless. Thanks for the.
That's hard. That's hard for me to do.
I understand. Thanks so much, though. I know it's a lot.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Bye bye.
And that's it. That's it. And that's going to be it for us tonight. Guys, I'm pretty upset about Cosmo. And I hope that all of you, you know, keep her kids and her family in your prayers tonight. It's just a damn shame. You can't get them back once they're gone. And you guys know she was just a beautiful soul here and a sweetheart when she calls in. And so I don't know. This show's for you, Cosmo, but every show is going to be for you. We really miss you and love you, and we're sad about it. We hope you're in a better place. Um, you guys who are asking what happened, just go back, hit the replay, watch the beginning. I don't want to go through it again, but yeah, we've lost Cosmo. So God bless Cosmo. God bless Libby and Abby. God bless all of you who consistently try to do your best. Um, I knew her as Sammy. Okay, I knew her as Sammy, Samantha, and we just hope she's in a better place. And like I said, anyone who can go tomorrow to her services, please do go and represent our group and maybe offer condolences to her family. Please sign the guest book. Okay, let me see. You know, I'll paste it here. Now you don't have to worry about doxing her. So her name is or was Samantha Miners. Okay, so here it is. Here's a link. You can go and visit her obituary and sign the guest book and all of that. Let her know that we loved her. Let her people know that she had a lot of friends out here. Okay, and there it is. Okay, so we love you, and hopefully you enjoyed our show. Like I said, I had something else planned, but we'll get to it next week. Uh, Anyway, thanks everyone for being here. You guys have made it so amazing. Look on the way out. Please hit the goal if you want to help us reach our goal and see the fireworks. Uh, please remember to continuously support the channel. You can do something as simple as get the membership at Substack, which is whatever $8 a month or something. That really helps to support. Uh, You can get the little membership here in the channel that helps to support. You can do a monthly buy me a coffee that helps to support, a one-time cash app, or a super chat, whatever. Thanks for supporting the channel. Hitting the thumbs up or like is a great way to support the channel. Um, but we appreciate you all. And thank you, Wanda. You got us to 6 out of 10. Thank you, Wanda. Appreciate that. All right. Yeah, Cosmo was going to be 33 this year. She was from Indiana, more or less Hammond. Um, she lived around the northwestern part of Indiana. Okay. Wanda, thank you for the super chat. Blakesley, Samantha, Miss Pie Crust, okay, Noe, Amy, Sweet Dude Shibby, thank you so much. Wanda, thank you so much. But yeah, we've lost another of our YouTube family, and it's pretty fucking sad, man. It's pretty devastating. But appreciate you all. Thanks, Heather Brown, for being around, and Christina as well. Post apocalyptic. All right. Anyway, so that's it for tonight. I will change the thumbnail for this. So this will not be the same thumbnail when you look at the video tomorrow. I'm going to make a whole different thumbnail because I wasn't able to do the show that we had planned. So we'll do something. I'll do another thumbnail for this. So when you look at this tomorrow, you'll see a different thumbnail. And with that being said, good night to all of you. Appreciate you for being here so much. Okay, thanks for coming. And I'll echo Gretchen, who says, good night, everyone, and hugs all around. All right, thank you, Scott, for coming. Okay, we got Blakesley, Barbara Borman, Sweet Dude Shibby, Scott LaFleur. We got Zaddy, Rhonda Holton, Heather Brown, Amy's here, Gretchen, who's her daddy, Noe, Becky, B33, Nudie Silence, Heather Brown, I said already, Christina, Fur Baby Daddy, Wanda, Post Apocalyptic, Deb, um, Samantha. Okay, we got Trial Junkie was here. Thank you very much, Deb. Thank you, Deb. Okay. All right, there we are. 7 out of 10. Thank you. We got Old Mort, New Mort. What's up, Old Mort, New Mort? Thank you. Miss Pie Crust. Um, Digital. Okay. Anyone who else is here, just leave your name, and I will say hello to you. Let me shout out all the major donors tonight. Ninja, Warrior, Assassin, God bless you. Mark Ellis, thank you very much, Mark. Kay Blakesley, Wanda Elborn, Ninja again. Amy, Keith Kellogg, Zaddy, Granny D, Blakesley, again. Wanda again. Okay, Deb. So all the super chatters, thank you so much for your donations. Appreciate it. And you guys are awesome here. We got Noe here, Heavy Metal Rehab. Okay. Let's see who's here down below. Snarky. Okay, who else we got here to say goodbye to? Nicole Watt, there she is. What's up, Nicole? Thanks for being here. Okay, Rhonda. Right. Heather Brown says, love you all. You rock, Deb. Thanks for the generosity, Deb. All right. Thank you, Christina. All right. And guys, look, piece of advice. Call the people, text the people you love. Seriously. Text and call the people you love. I got to say, just a pain. It's just a pain because I had not been able to get in touch with Cosmo for 2 weeks. And I wasn't trying hard enough. Okay. I was being a dick. I didn't care that much. I wasn't checking on her like I wish I would have. So please check on your people. Okay. Please, please, please. All right. Anyway, that's it, guys. Cheers. I'm out of here. It's kind of early, but it's kind of late. So God bless you all. If you're on the replay, do me a favor. Leave some comments down below. Okay. Do leave some comments down below. And with that being said, I wish you all a good night. Okay. Love you all. And I hope y'all have a blessed and restful night. Thank you, Nicole, with your smiling face. 2 more super chats, guys. Let's meet the goal. Please do meet the goal. I'll leave it open 5 more minutes. Okay, so you guys can meet the goal. Please meet the goal. Our goal of 10 super chats is just 2 away. And I think $1.99 or higher or something like that will hit it. Thank you very much, Becky. That's Becky, okay, for Cosmo. Thank you, sweet dude Shibby. And cheers, guys. Love you. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm going to go text the people I care about. All right, so good night. Thank you, Amy. We hit the goal. Thank you, Amy. you.